students, how are you? Welcome you in your own chemistry class. We are studying chapter 9 coordination compounds. Okay, now we have discussed the IUPAC nomenclature and all types of isomerism. Now it is clear. Okay, now in this video we will discuss the bonding in complex compounds, how the ligands and central metal atoms are bonded with each other. Okay, there are three theories to explain the bonding in complex compounds: Werner's theory, valence bond theory means VBT, and crystal field theory. In this video we will discuss the key points of Werner theory and valence bond theory. Okay, crystal field theory will be discussed in next video. Okay, now first of all we will discuss for Werner's theory. Werner was the scientist, and according to Werner there are two types of valencies of CMe. There are two types of valencies of central metal atom. These are primary and secondary. Primary valency means the oxidation state of the CMe or the charge on the entity. It means coordination sphere. What is the charge on coordination sphere? That will be the primary valency. Okay, for example, CrNH3 whole thrice Cl3. Here Cr is in +3 oxidation state, so its PV is 3. CrNH3 full Cl2 plus. Here is the charge on the entities plus, so here PV is +1. COCN6 -3, so here PV is 3. There is not checked sign, only digit is checked. Okay, 1 0 here or 3. Okay, they are the primary valencies. And secondary valencies means the coordination number of the central metal atom in the complex, means they are 3 and 3. 6 monodentate ligands are bonded, means its secondary valency is 6. Here its secondary valency is also 6. Here its secondary valency is 6 in CuNH3 whole 4 plus 2. The primary valency is +2 and the secondary valency is 4. Same PtCl4 -2. Okay, here primary valency is 2 and secondary valency is 4. Clear? Primary valency means the oxidation state without sign. Okay, valency, there is no any sign in valency. Okay, and the secondary valency means the coordination number. See, we will discuss them by some examples. See, according to Werner theory, there are two key points. That first of all, central metal atom want to satisfy its primary valency. Name is primary, means primarily satisfied, and then secondary valency will be satisfied. Okay, primary valency is shown represented by dotted lines, while the secondary valency is represented by dark line. Okay, so we see one example is sufficient for the explanation of Werner's theory. We have the example of CrCl3H2O whole 6, means Cr is bonded with 3 chlorides ions and 6 water molecules. See, first of all we check that all the water molecules are satisfying its secondary valency, while all the 3 chloride ions are satisfying its primary valency. So its formula will be CrH2 whole 6 Cl3. Okay, primary valency is satisfied by Cl, so it's 3 Cl, so its primary valency is 3 and its secondary valency is 6 here. Okay, in second example, 1 chloride ion is satisfying its primary as well as secondary valency. Both lines are drawn here, dotted and dark. Dotted line means satisfying primary valency, and dark line means satisfying secondary valency also. Okay, then the formula becomes CrH2O5Cl. 1 Cl is in entity because it is satisfying its secondary valency also, and Cl2. Okay, now this primary valency is now here 2 only. Okay, and one water molecule is presented, hydrate molecule. Next, we draw there, here 2 chloride ions are satisfying primary and secondary valency both. Okay, so only 1 Cl is satisfying its separately primary valency and all the secondary valencies. So the formula will be CrH2 whole 4 Cl2 Cl. Now its primary valency is 1 and 2 hydrate molecules are present. Okay, in here all 3 chloride ions are satisfying primary as well as secondary valency also, and 3 water molecules are also present in the entity. Okay, this is the Werner theory. We can arrange in any of the following 4 ways in the compound. Okay, but this theory not explain all the examples very well, so it is failed. Okay, so we have to discuss the second theory, that is valence bond theory, and depend on based on hybridization and overlappings. Okay, valence bond theory, as we know, this is given by the Linus Pauling. Okay, valence bond theory says that their hybridization occurs between the orbitals of almostly same energies and redistribute their energies, and the new hybridized orbitals are formed with same energy and in a definite geometry. So the geometry of the molecule is decided by the hybridization of the vacant orbitals here. Okay, first of all, CMe loses its outermost electron according to its oxidation state. Okay, like M releasing its n electrons to make M plus n charge or ion. Now CMe has some vacant d orbitals. So according to the coordination number, that will be 2, 4, 5, 6, and another can be held. Vacant s, p and d orbitals redistribute their energies by hybridization and arrange in a definite geometry. It is the hybridization, but the key point is their vacant orbitals take part in hybridization, while in covalent compounds filled orbitals take part. There will be unpaired or paired electrons in the orbital, but in coordination compounds only vacant d orbitals take part in hybridization to take the lone pair from the ligand or donor atom. Okay, as we have know what will be the geometry of according to hybridization. If sp3 hybridization, the geometry will be tetrahedral. dsp2 or sp2 dehybridization, square planar. dsp3 or sp3 dehybridization, trigonal bipyramidal. d2 sp3 or sp3 d2 hybridization, octahedral geometry. You are seeing here that dsp2 or sp2d, same thing, but what is the difference between these hybridization? The difference in these hybridization is that the orbital d taking part in the hybridization is belong to inner shell or outer shell. If the d orbital belongs to inner shell, then it will return first, and it belongs to outermost shell, then it will return last. Okay, filled orbitals with lone pairs of ligands then overlap with these vacant hybrid orbitals to make coordinate bond with CMe. Okay, first of all, this will be done by the vacant orbitals. Now I have told you that d orbital taking part in hybridization belong to inner orbital or outer orbital. So according to the d orbital, the complex formed by the overlapping are of two types. See, if n minus 1 d orbitals, means d orbitals from penultimate shell, or take part in hybridization, then the complex is termed as the inner orbital complexes or low spin complexes. Okay, if outermost means outermost valence shell d orbitals take part in the hybridization, then the complex is termed as the outer orbital complex or high spin complex. Clear? For example, if outermost shell is 4s, 4p, 4d, when 3d orbitals take part in the hybridization, outermost is 4 but 3 is the penultimate shell. When 3d orbitals take part in hybridization, then the complex is known as inner orbital complex or low spin complex. When 4s, 4p and 4d orbitals take part in the hybridization, then the complex will be high spin complex or outer orbital complex. Clear? What are the low spin and high spin and inner orbital, outer orbital complexes? Okay, now we can calculate the magnetic moment of the complexes by the number of unpaired electron, as usual in Bohr magneton, by the formula under root n into n plus 2. Okay, magnetic moment of the complex can be calculated by under root n into n plus 2, where n is the number of unpaired electrons. So we can explain that the complex will be diamagnetic or paramagnetic nature. If there are some unpaired electrons, the complex will be paramagnetic, and there are no any unpaired electrons, then the complex will be diamagnetic. As same, if unpaired electrons are present, then the compound will be colored also, as we have discussed DD transition in d block element. Okay, if unpaired electrons are present, then the compound will be colored. Okay, and while there is no unpaired electrons, then the complex will be white or colorless. Clear? It is the same thing as VBT for covalent compound. One new thing in this VBT for complex compound is type of ligands. It is the type of ligand, not monodentate, bidentate or tridentate or polydentate. It is the ligand of type on the basis of the pairing of electrons of CMA. The ligands are of two types on the basis of pairing. On the basis of pairing of electrons of CMA. Okay, strong field ligands and weak field ligands. Strong field ligands is strong, powerful, means they can pair the unpaired electrons of CMe. Okay, they can pair the unpaired electrons of CMe. Which ligand will be this type? In which the donor atom is C, N or P. Okay, the donor atom is C, N, P. Can pair the unpaired electrons, so these are termed as SFL, means strong field ligands. Example, cyanide, the donor atom is C. Isocyanide, the donor atom is N. Nitro, the donor atom is N. Amine, the donor atom is N. Carbonyl, the donor atom is N. PS3 means phosphine, the donor atom is P. Triphenylphosphine, the donor atom is P. Ethylene diamine means CH2, NH2, CH2, NH2, and the donor atoms are here N. Okay, so in which the donor atom is carbon, nitrogen or phosphorus, the ligands are strong field because they can pair the unpaired electrons of CMe. Clear? Now what are weak field ligands? Weak field ligands means the ligands in which donor atom are halogen, oxygen or sulfur. Okay, which halogen, X means halogen, fluorine, chlorine, bromine or iodine, oxygen and sulfur. They can't pair the unpaired electrons of CMA, so these are termed as WFL. WFL means weak field ligand. Okay, they can't pair the electrons of CMA. Okay, examples, hydroxo, here the donor atom is O. Oxalato, C2O4, here the donor atoms are O. Acetato, the donor atoms are, the donor atom is O. Thiocyanato, the donor atom is S. O nitro or nitrito, the donor atom is O. Chlorido, fluorido, bromido, iodido, sulfito, donor atom is O. ठीक है, S-2 sulfido, donor atom is S. These are the weak field ligands, means they can't pair the unpaired electrons of CMe. Clear? Now I am explaining only one example in this video. First of all, we have to see the trick to explain the every property of the any complex. First of all, we have to write the electronic configuration of CMe. I am taking one example, NiCl4 minus 2 means tetrachloridonucleate second ion, means the oxidation is second. First of all, we have to write the electronic configuration of CMe. The atomic number is 28, means in short I am writing here Ar3D8-4s2. Now lose the outermost electrons according to oxidation state. The oxidation state is 2, means 2 electrons are losing here from outermost shell, means S electrons are removed. Now the electronic configuration will be Ar3D8. Okay, now show spins of electrons, means 8 electrons should be filled in the 3D, means 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 and 8. Okay, now according to ligand pairing of electrons, till now the effect of ligand is not shown, but now the ligand will show its effect. Cl minus here is a WFL, means weak field ligand. Okay, halogens. Weak field ligand means it can't pair the electron, unpaired electron, so there will be no change in the electronic configuration. So its coordination number is 4 according to ligand pairing not occurring. So according to coordination number, vacant d, s or p orbitals take part in hybridization. Okay, now how many orbitals are required? 4, because the coordination number 4. So 1s and 3p orbitals will take part, means sp3 hybridization will occur. Okay, so 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8, as it is present 3d electrons, and these sp3 orbitals are found in sp3 hybridization, means tetrahedral orbital, a tetrahedral geometry will be obtained. Now overlapping of full filled orbitals of ligand with vacant hybrid orbital of CMA. The ligand is Cl minus here, so all the Cl minus ions will covalently bonded with the CMA to make covalent coordinate compound. Clear? So now we can explain the every property of the complex. The hybridization sp3 means the geometry will be tetrahedral. There are 2 unpaired electrons in the complex. Because of presence of unpaired electron, the complex will be paramagnetic, and we can calculate the magnetic moment also, and the compound should be colored also. It is the geometry of the NiCl4 minus 2. Clear? Now thus we can explain the geometry, magnetic properties and color properties of the complex according to VBT. Thank you.